Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be essentially trying to do a get ready with me video. I have not done these. I don't do tutorials because I feel like my lighting sucks and I always drop everything. So, I look a little crazy right now. I haven't done anything with my hair. I probably won't. I'm just gonna try to get an oil change and see what a Memorial Day weekend sale, whatever's are going on. So yeah, so I might not do anything with it. I don't think it looks that terrible, but oh well. But my face looks a little crazy, I bet, just because I did half of my face. So this is the look that we're gonna be doing today, and I am just gonna be doing the other half of my face that I have nothing at all on this side. The only thing I have on is the lip gloss that I'll be showing you guys, but that is all I have. Yeah, so this is my no makeup face, and then makeup face. I didn't go too crazy at all with the foundation and the concealer, but I just want to show you guys real quick how I did this look. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking my Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer, and this is, I just have a small tube of this, and I am using it on my little dandy little mixer here. Now it looks a little dirty, that's because that's what I use to do this half of my face, but I'm going to be mixing this with my Coverfx Custom Cover Drops, and this is what the bottle looks like. I love this stuff. I want to try it in a different color. I have G30. I have most of this stuff in Coverfx in G30, but I want to try the G40 just to see if it's a little too dark or not. I think it might be, but just still want to try it out because you never know. But this stuff is phenomenal. You can mix it with anything that you use for your face. You can either use this on its own. I've used it. It looks phenomenal on the skin. You can mix it with primers, lotions. I mixed it with other foundations that were a little too dark for me, so this color at least evened them out and made them look perfect. Literally, you can mix it with everything. These are essentially just full pigmented coverage drops, and it's in a dropper form, and it's in between of like liquidy and thick, but essentially how it's supposed to work is that you take some of it, and depending how much of coverage do you want, you add on drops. So if you want just one, a little bit of coverage, you do one drop, and you can do, as many drops as you want. They say up to 4, but literally you can do anything you want to achieve the coverage that you want. So today I'm just going to be putting 2 drops of this in there. And then what I'm going to do to mix it, I do take my Real Technique silicone liner brush, which I didn't quite like it for liner. It's not horrible, but I didn't like it. So I've just been using this to mix everything. It's great. So I'm just going to be mixing that in here all together. And one thing I like about the drops is that it does not fully change the consistency of whatever you're doing. So this primer is a little moussey, so it stays moussey. It just gives it a bit more coverage, which is great. Yeah, it's just very comfortable to use. So here it is. It's all mixed up. I don't need much. At least my skin this time around, which is surprising, it's not that bad. So, so I'm quite happy about that. And again, I'm not going for too much coverage because I'm going to be out and about today, just kind of chilling, so I don't want my face to feel too heavy. So I'm going to just take this, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm going to put that in. And I'm sorry if I'm not going to be looking at the camera at all times, so I want to look in the mirror. But I'm going to buff that in the side of the face that I have not done at all. Now I have very pigmented eyelids, so I like to apply it all over my eyelids as well. And I have not done my forehead either, so Now, I'm not sure if you can tell, the color slightly light for me. That's why I want to try the G40. However, one, it doesn't oxidize, which is great. So what you see is what you get. And also, one thing I like is that since it's just slightly lighter, it's not crazy light and it matches my skin tone. You know, when you're doing your contouring or bronzer, it just evens out. It looks great. I love it. So at least with what I'm doing today, again, you know, it's a little bit of more of a lighter coverage. I do have some spots, and you can still see those through this, but I'm not sure you can tell they're through the camera. But you can layer it to get the coverage that you may be looking for. So that is with the foundation. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm actually not going to be using a concealer. Normally I do, but I'm going to be taking essentially, I'm going to be working with the contour kit from Coverfx as well. And this is in the color G, light medium. And this is what that looks like. It has a really nice mirror on the top and then a little instruction booklet here. But these are the colors that it comes with. So I'm going to be taking the lighter color here on the top, the color number 1, and I use that as my concealer. And it's a little light, however, once you set it and everything, as you see on this end, it works. So I'm going to be putting that in right under my eyes. And we're going to be blending everything in towards the end, but I like to just put a little bit down here as well, just to kind of lighten it up. Middle of my nose, and a little bit up here too. So that's what I like to do. And then I am going to take number 4 down here, which is the darker contour color. I'm going to put that right under my cheekbones. Now, I like to have a darker contour, so you do as you need to, but that's just as dark as I like it to be. And I'm going to use number 3. This one's a little lighter and a little bit more yellowish than the number 4, but I like to kind of have that as my base for my blush. So I like to put that right above the contour line. And that's why I did not want to use, you know, a heavy foundation, because with what I'm going to be doing with the contouring, especially since it's cream, I don't want my face to feel too cakey or look too cakey. So those were that. And then I'm going to take the number 2, which this is a beautiful highlighter. I wish they would sell this on its own, like the cream highlighter. They don't. The highlighters they have, the powder highlighters, I actually didn't end up liking them. They didn't do anything for my face. I couldn't see them on my face. So it might just be my skin tone. If you're lighter skin tone, it may work out, but for me, not so much. But I'm going to put that right between the number 3 color that I put on and the number 1 that I'm using as a concealer. And now to the fun part. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and literally just blend everything in. And actually, one thing I did forget that I like to do, I'll take the number 3 and just apply a little bit under my chin area here, just to bring that outward. Okay, but then we're just going to blend everything in with a damp beauty blender. And I really have been liking this formula. I think it blends really, really nicely. It doesn't make me feel extra greasy, because I felt like since it was gonna be cream, that it may make me feel greasy, but it doesn't. I like it. And it's nice, convenient to carry, but then one thing, and then once that's blended in, I'm actually going to go in a little bit more with the number 4 color, the darker one, and just put a little bit here on the outside of my forehead and my temples, just to darken that up a little and blend that all in with my crazy hair. I was actually gonna kind of shave the side of my head here, you know, not all the way down, but a little bit more, and I chickened out. I don't know. I'm gonna let it grow a little bit more just so I can have an excuse to do it. But there's that. So now we're gonna go in and I'm gonna just set only the under eye. The rest I'm gonna leave it as it is because I wanted to keep that luminous glow. So I'm gonna be using the Coverfx Illuminating Setting Powder. And in the color Light. And I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques setting brush, which I love this little brush for the under eye. And almost at the wrong side. And just kind of pat that in. Just to set that a bit. Now normally I do kind of full on concealer, but again, today just kind of rummaging around, no biggie deal, no biggie deals, you know. But what I'm going to be using then for my blush, I'm going to be using, well, for my blush and also my eyes, I'm going to be kind of playing around with the Smashbox minibox palette, which essentially comes with the lip gloss, a palette which I'll be showing you guys, and the mascara. Now I do have the lip gloss on, and that is still in the box here. Let me see. There we go. And this is in the color Pink Lady. And that's what that one looks like here. Put that back in the box so I don't lose it. But just to finish my cheeks, I am going to be using the blush that it comes in this palette, which is called Geranium. And this is what it looks like. So this palette, it comes with 8 shadows. 2 of them, these 2 are matte, the rest are shimmers. And then it comes with a highlight, a blush, and a bronzer here. The bronzer is a little light for me. I still use it, but it is a little light for me for my skin tone. But I'm going to be using the blush, and I'm going to be using my Coastal Scents BRC 25 brush for my blush. And this blush is quite pigmented, so I just kind of pat it on. I don't take too much product here. And I'm going to just apply that to the apples on my cheeks here. And I normally kind of like to swirl it just to buff it in and even everything out. Now once I do that, I do like highlighter, so I do kind of like to go back in with the highlighter that I used before from the Coverfx palette, and I just kind of like to go over that. Now I know I could have waited until the end to apply it, however, I just like to cake on the highlighter. One thing that I do like to cake on my face because I love highlighters. Alright, so with that done, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I don't do too crazy. I just kind of darken it up because I wanted to have a little bit kind of a pow eyebrow today. But what I've been using is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and this is in the color medium. And it's a little beat up because I do use it quite a lot. But it comes with a wax and the powder on the side. And I don't know why. I kind of like it because it gives, this one at least, the medium, gives my eyebrows a little bit of a reddish tint. And I used to have red hair, like fire engine red hair color, and I missed that. I don't know. So here we go. So I just like to fill them in. I don't go, again, too crazy with my eyebrows, but I feel like when I don't fill my eyebrows in, I don't know, my face just doesn't feel done. It feels like something's missing, essentially. And the brush I'm using, by the way, is the Real Techniques brow brush. So we'll leave it at that. And I like to brush them out with a little random spoolie here that I have, which helps to make them not be as harsh. I love brushing my eyebrows. I don't know why. I just do. It's calming. Okay, so now to the eyes. So again, I'm going to be using the Smashbox little palette on here. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking the lightest color on here in vanilla and apply that all over my lid. And I'm going to be using, again, a Coastal Scents brush here, which is the BRC SO3. And I'm just going to take that color and apply it all over my eyelid. What's that? Ew, what's that? I don't know what that was. I think it was a fuzz in my face. So now with the lighter colors, again, because of my skin tone, it may not come out much, but essentially it helps even out the skin tone for me. In the MAC foundation, I used to wear MAC, but it just makes me break out. But I used to wear the NC30. I'm more of like an NC25 right now. But there's that color. And then I'm going to take the next color here, and this is in the color Nude, just to kind of give my crease a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to take that in a fluffy brush here from Coastal Scents, and this is the BR250. And I'm just going to take that and apply that on my crease. Now, I have very, very hooded lids. It's not like, on top of that, I have big eyes, so my lids actually go all the way inside of my skull here. So I like to kind of keep my eyes open to see what it's going to look like when I have my eyes open. And it's just to give it a little dimension. Mind you, most of the time, on me personally, you're not going to really see any crease color, because once I have my eyes fully open, it's just gone. So sometimes I envy the girls who have just full-on lids, but I love my eyes, so it just took a while to get used to it. So there's that. Again, this color is a little light for me, however, it's just to give it a little bit of dimension for my eyes. And then I'm going to take the Coastal Scents BRC S52 brush, and it's just a nice flat shader brush. And I am going to take this kind of pinky color right here, and this is in the color, let's see here, Rose. Rose? Yeah, that one is Rose right here. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. Now with these shadows, they're not extremely pigmented. Beautiful, beautiful colors, but these are more just kind of subtle colors. So as you can tell in this eye, you know, you can tell the sheen, you can tell the color, but it's not like pow type of color. But I'm going to apply that all over the lid here to give it a nice pinky sheen. And I do like to pack on this color since, again, they are very, very light. So there's that. Then I'm going to go in on the outer corners with the darker brown color on here. And this one is in the color Cider. And I'm going to be using, again, Coastal Scents brush with the BRC SO8 brush. Let me see if it focuses. And these are slightly powdery, so I do like to just kind of give it a little tap. And again, especially for hooded eyes, just make sure, at least in my opinion, keep your eyes open so you see exactly what it's going to look like in the end. So that way, you're not looking down. Next thing you know, you have eyeshadow everywhere and it doesn't look good. So I like to start at the bottom corner with my eyes open just so I can see where it's at. And then for me, since the moment I kind of, if I do this, you're gonna kind of see the area that will have no shadow because it's just so inside of my skull. So I just kind of like to look down a bit and just fill that in a little bit, just to make sure I get everything evened out. But there's that, you know, again, it's not dark, it's not crazy. Why can I talk all of a sudden? It's not as crazy smoky eye, but it gives your eye a little dimension here. And then the last thing I'm going to do with the same brush, I'm just going to clean it out a little bit. I'm going to use this color on here in the color Peacock, which I feel like every shadow out there that's called Peacock is a nice blue and I'm obsessed with. I just can't help it. I love blue. So I'm going to take that in the brush here. I'm going to use that in the corner of my eyes here to give a little bit of a highlight. So we'll start off with that. And again, you know, as you can tell, these colors are not crazy pigmented. However, it's a nice little pop of color for the day. Now for my eyeliner, I'm going to use the Sephora, let's see, it's a Contour Eye Pencil 12-hour wear eyeliner. I'm going to put that in my eyes. Because where else would you put it, you know? I don't know. I kind of like to stamp it, especially once I'm doing the top line of my eyes, because I like what tight lining with this thing, but since it's so creamy, the tip kind of gets blunt there. And yeah, you can keep sharpening it, but it's very creamy, so it just kind of dies down anyways. And I'm going to do the bottom line as well, because I want this to be smoky look. And essentially what I'm going to do to blend everything out a little bit so the line is not so harsh at the bottom, I'm going to go back in with that color Peacock with the same pointed brush. And I'm just going to kind of continue the line here. And blend that out with it. And I'm sorry if you can't see this very well, but alright, so we are almost done. So now the last thing I want to do here is find where in the world I put my mascara. There we go. So I'm going to be using the Full Exposure Mascara from Smashbox, from that little set that I showed you guys. And with this mascara, it's not bad. This is what I have on this side of my face. These are my lashes with nothing on, and now that I put the eyeliner on, it makes them stand out. That's why I love putting black eyeliner, because it just makes your eyelashes look much, much fuller without putting anything on. But this mascara, this one is massive. Like, is there a need for such a massive one? No, but I have huge eyes, and this thing is like the size of my eyes. It's nuts, but we're gonna just put that in. And the way I like to apply my mascara, definitely not getting it everywhere, you know, that's not my favorite way. But the way I like to put it on essentially is kind of like, I like rolling it to just literally just kind of just brush it in, and I just wiggle it as well to make sure that they are just fully covered here. Sorry, I feel like I can't talk and do my mascara at the same time. So I'm a weirdo like that. There we go. See, I'm telling you guys, I am being crazy messy right now. I don't know why. And then I'm just going to carefully go in on my bottom lashes. And this is just too big. But it's not a bad mascara. I'm not a huge eyelash wearer, so I'm not going to be putting any fake eyelashes on. I'm not even going to curl them just because I don't feel like it. But I do like a full-on black lashes because it just makes my eyes just completely stand out. So yeah, that is the look there. And what I'm going to do as well, actually, just to kind of finish it off, I'm going to go back with the little flat shader brush and the clean side of it. And I'm going to take the highlighter here that it comes with in the little set, which is called, I don't know, Lens. That's what it's called. I couldn't figure out which one it was. Alright, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put it right under my brow bone to just highlight that. Okay, so that is the finished look. I know this video is a little long. I will be working on getting better with showing you guys little tutorials like this or get ready with me. But if you like this video, please let me know in the comments down below, or if you want to watch any other type of videos as well. And as always, thank you so much for coming by, guys, and I hope I see you soon. Bye.